Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my good viewers. I'm very thankful to you for your valuable comments for my first 11 lectures. It gave me a good opinion about the problem you're facing and your questions. So today I have prepared part 12, that's lecture 12. I will call it lecture 12 on PhD research proposal defense. Because last part, which was published on lecture number 11, that was a guide for how to write a PhD proposal. So most of the students, they then ask questions about how to go for a defense, a PhD research proposal defense. So this will be because I will see if some other questions I can reply in next video. But really, I'm going to start next video, Master English Guidance, and also guidance about our MPhil English students. So let us see. Parallel, we are going to start the graduation BA also, Bachelor in Education, Bachelor in English, those who are doing BA English. So I will explain. I think when I'm answering your question, the PhD research proposal defense will automatically be prepared because most of all questions are according to them. The first question, before going to first question, you have to understand what is the proposal defense. I think the purpose of PhD dissertation, which we call a PhD thesis, is to assure that your plan of researching your proposed research question is complete and holds academic merit. Okay, students work closely with their supervisory committees in determining the composition of the dissertation proposal and in writing the proposal. Sometimes they have only a main supervisor. Sometimes they also have a co-supervisor. One is issuing the technical problem, the other is for research writing, and they divide according to the situation. So it's not easy. Like writing a research proposal is you go and you search a lot of material guidance. When you're in defense of your research proposal, you have a lot of questions from the examiners. The committee, they check you, and that's a tough time. Two things where you will have hard time. One is when you are going to defend your PhD viva, research proposal defense. The second is when you are going to have a PhD pre-viva. These are very hard. I have been having it. I know I have had it in this process. So first question from Howard University, USA. Michael is asking. He said he's a student of master class there, but his sister, she is doing PhD in computer science. Her defense is very near. I want to ask you to prepare a video in detail, but my question is, how long is a proposal defense? I think if your sister had asked this question, that would have been better. But she's not here. That's why you asked a very simple question. Anyhow, 1 to 2 hours, I can say. Any proposal defense of PhD can linger on a maximum up to 2 hours. The proposal defense should take 1 to 2 hours, 2 hours maximum. Okay, the committee chair oversees the defense and keeps in process on track. Advisors can chair the committee, preliminary oral defense, and I think this is the whole process. So, next question is from Rajesh Steve from California Institute of Technology, United States of America. He says, how can he defend a PhD proposal? Yeah, that's a good question. Some tips I can tell you for your dissertation defense tips. You can anticipate questions in your presentation. Try to answer all the questions you expect your committee to ask. Look for your weaknesses in your thesis in your first three chapters, whatever it is. It depends on the university. It is different from each university. Every university has their own format for PhD research proposal. You can do a lot of practice before appearing in the committee. Avoid wordiness on PowerPoint slides, okay? To the point PowerPoint slides. Watch recordings of previous defense. How many defenses you have, okay? You see, for example, I got you here this video. You can take other videos, okay? Maybe very few videos on PhD because it's not a political video. It's not every. When you see if some issues politically, people have their vlogs. You see 1,000 people on one news they make their vlogs. But when you go for PhD studies, you have few videos because very few people they have this ability to do it, and very few people are interested. And there's no more people in it because few people they do it. So that's one of the reason. Uh, so uh, that's you can listen this also. A lot of questions are here. They can give guidance for you. Next student is Asadur Rahman. He's in Imperial College London, United Kingdom. His question is, how can I prepare for a PhD defense presentation? Look, presentation is a personal skill. You know Microsoft PowerPoint, how to prepare beautiful slides. Maybe your university has a format and you know colors, image. You go my video, previous videos. One of the video, I gave guidance how to prepare your PPT slides for a research proposal. It's the same you can use for preparation of slides for image, fonts, colors, shades, and no wordiness. So, to the point, beautiful language. So defenses consist of actually four parts, these presentations. First, the candidate introduces himself. That's I tell you in the presentation after slides. Then presents a summary of his work. He's interrupt, and he's also followed by questions from the committee, PhD committee, supervisors and chairman. PhD examiners and chairman, sorry, supervisor is your supervisor. There in the committee, there will be maybe two examiners and one chairman of the committee, and your supervisor will also be there. I think she will not be allowed to speak because you are on a defense. Finally, the committee needs to provide to provide information about your results privately to discuss the presentation and dissertation. The committee needs to be able to assess impact and depth. So that's why your PhD proposal defense should be the best one. That's the best one. I'm saying you should work very hard. It's not easy, it's difficult. One has to be very skillful. You need a lot of study. I told you I use litmus test because I grounded 500 studies. And while grounding studies, I was reading a thesis. Okay, my laptop is of 4 TB, and I have extra 3 TB, and I have 8,000 books plus 7,000 PhD theses and research papers. So that I read during my PhD study. So that's type of huge work you have to do. Then you are able to do a good defense. You should be having good grasp on your subject. So next student is Zara Rashid from ETH, Zurich, Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, Switzerland. She says, I have watched your videos and they're very interesting, very informative. But I want to know how do I introduce a defense topic? It's very near. Okay, it's very near. You should be very careful. You should prepare very well. I will tell you for you want to okay how to write a thesis introduction. Number one, establish your territory. Say what the topic is about. Okay, that's very important. Number two, establish a niche. Show why there needs to be further research on your topic. That's very important. Gap. There is a gap, and there is a need of further research. This is very important in your PhD research proposal. You have to prove there is a gap. If there is no gap, there is no need of study. So introduce the current research, make hypotheses, state the research questions. This is very simple, but if there is no gap, sometimes the PhD research proposals are rejected because if there is no gap, they will reject or they will have major errors. And major error means you have to once again work. This means this topic is not suitable for you. You have not having a good grasp on the topic. So next question is Preeti Kumar. She's from UCL, University College London, United Kingdom. She has sent me an email and she said, I'm nervous and has hypertension. Uh, Still, you have time for your PhD defense and you are nervous and you are hypertension. It's very simple. You would not take any tension. How do you start a defense speech? This is our question. How do she start her defense speech? Let me give you a few icebreakers that you can use start off a presentation or thesis defense. So how can you, number one, you can say, good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming to my talk today. My name is so-and-so, and welcome to my thesis defense. Okay, hello, I am so-and-so. Hello, my name is so-and-so. I would like to start by introducing myself. My name is, these are different ways. Okay, next student is Akil Ahmed Sheikh. He says, I have a title proposal. How do I present a title proposal? He's from Akil Ahmed Nanyang Technological University, Singapore. When I had been in Singapore, while my study in Malaysia, I had only one visit to Singapore. NTU is one of the best. I think the best in Singapore is National University of Singapore. Once it was at number 25, included in 100 best universities, and one of that was at 25. And also Nanyang Technological University, that's one of the best university and very high ranking. So I like it. It's very difficult to get admission there, but you are lucky you have it. So your question about title proposal, your title proposal, I think should include the title. Definitely your title should give a clear indication of your proposed research approach. Okay. Or you have key questions that should be the representing in title. Okay. And then background and rationale. You should include the background and issues of your proposed research and define your discipline and short literature review. So that's I can say. Your second question is how do I greet in project defense for PhD? I have already explained it. Okay, exchange greeting with people in the room. Okay, find several other people in the audience that appeal to you and speak to them. Usually bring your friends, they can appreciate you. Okay, the clapping is not allowed, but really they can appreciate you. Give them a handshake and smile. If they can give you a cheers or an encouraging smile, it can help. Unimaginative. You don't understand the word I have spoken. Now, next is Rita Singh. She is a student of PhD, University of Pennsylvania, United States. She says, how do I start an opening statement? I have next week, I have a defense for my first proposal. I think you should make a checklist, opening statement checklist, okay? As I did it, what I have to do, this I have to go, okay? So state your theme immediately in one sentence. Tell the story of the case without argument, okay? Persuasively order your facts in a sequence that supports your theme, okay? Decide whether to address the bad facts in the opening or not, okay? And do not read your opening statement, okay? Bring an outline if necessary. That will help you. These are on fingertips. As well as same when I was preparing my master in English, I was just reading the whole lesson, then underlining important points, keynotes I was making. I'm not, since then I'm using corner notes and on fingertips. This is one question finished. 10, 15 points. And writing by myself. So because we knew how to write in English very well. Next one is Bekarani. Yale University, United States. She says she has her defense. Still, she didn't get the date, but it expected in next 3 months. How do I introduce a research question in a proposal? This is your research. You know better how to respond to the research. You know better your subject. Okay, I will give you some tips, but I don't know your subject. For example, first paragraph should begin with your research question. Okay. Second paragraph indicate what sub problems you need to address to answer the main research question. Third paragraph, you should explain your ideas about the answers to the questions. And your next question also, you said that how do I write an introduction? The many students are asking to write. I think I can write in a research proposal. Many students are asking, and I think to start is difficult. Once you start, you run. It happens to us also. Oh, how to start, how to make a title. Oh, many days, sometimes sitting in a hostel and working for 2 3 weeks. Okay, how to write for this research I have to do, this things what to do. So once you start, you go. So start, look others in your subject, and then you can start. I will give you some tips. Introduction generally cover the elements. Number one, state the research problem which is often referred to. Okay, provide the objectives of the study. Okay, identify the rationale of the proposed study and clearly do it. Okay, briefly describe the major issues and sub problems. Okay, to the committee, and identify the key independent and dependent variables. That's very important, because when you are explaining your conceptual framework, it's better to make a chart. In one of my video, I give the example of conceptual framework chart. So you know what is the independent variable, what is impact on dependent variable, what are the dependent variables, and also theoretical framework you must know. But the theoretical frameworks will make it more clear. When you go for your theoretical framework, you have the theories 67257, whatever it is, how they impact on your independent variables and how they go on dependent variables, and how the study produces the result. What is the process, and then what is how the study produces the results. So you must know it. Sadia Rafi, speaking University, mainland China, she says uh, China's standard is increasing, and nowadays students have tough time for research proposal. So it's not easy to do it now, because Chinese. I feel I've already explained. China has now the world best universities now, including. There's no doubt America is one of the best country, and UK, their education for century, from the last century, they are they're the top of the list. Okay, Harvard University, Cambridge University, Temple University, okay, University of New York, uh, the best universities of the world, Oxford University. How can we forget? A lot of research that university has a lot of production of PhD graduates, huge level. So her question is, how do I write a proposal topic? Proposal topic. Topic. You have not yet decided. Did you discuss with your supervisor? I think discuss with your supervisor. Write a catchy title. Okay, that can catch the attention. Thank. And also just be thankful to your supervisor for giving, if he gives you, because supervisor knows better. She has a specialty in the same field. Think of something that will grab the reader's attention, keep them interested. Okay, and then write the introduction. Provide a resource review. Okay, that's very important because after that you have to explain the implementation of your methods. Okay, and you know how to, what is the method, what is the design, and how to analyze them. What are the softwares used? Because this is the age of software. Predict your results and future results. There is a future prediction. In research proposal, you can do it and discuss the potential impact of your result. Okay, that's all for today for this video. I hope so. This video is very. Some parts are remaining that I will discuss in the next video, because a lot of questions on the proposal, PhD proposal defense. So I have some questions remaining because the video time, because it is a long video, it will, be tiresome. So I have to go for, there's a limit of video I make. I'm actually busy in my university job. I don't have enough time, but I try that I should guide something. My dear viewers, if you are doing a PhD, maybe you will spend uh, high money, and after 5, 6 years, you will come to know the things which I'm telling you in one video. Okay, when I was in University of Malaysia, Pahang, my total expenses uh, in fee were, I think, approximately 50,000 real. And it is not only the fee. Sometimes I was going many times in a year from Saudi Arabia to Malaysia. One flight ticket at that time was not less than 4,000 real. And staying in hostel, paying the fee, and eating, lodging, these are not very cheap. They're very expensive. You have to sacrifice something. I sacrificed, my family sacrifice. When I was having holidays from Saudi Arabia and leaving for Malaysia, my son at the airport started weeping. He knew that his father will come after, almost after, because I already had 3 months leave, 89 days, 88 days from my university. Usually universities have 60 days leave, but our university has the leave of the December also, which I always did not. Sometime I apply, sometimes I didn't. Sometimes I got leave without pay, no problem, because I was concerned. And this is a sacrifice. You sacrifice your time, okay, which you can give to your family, but you cannot. You sacrifice your money also. It's very expensive, and tuition fee, maybe in USA and UK university is too much, but it's I was offered a program by university, what is the name, university, Metropolitan University, 13,000 pounds per semester for a PhD program. It's not 13,000. When you go and live there, UK is very expensive. Lodging, you live in a hostel, you eat the cheapest thing is a fish burger. I had been a student of Cambridge University during my Delta course. Also, I passed Delta from University of Cambridge. But during big course, I had some experience that forced me to leave to other country. Uh, I went to Malaysia thinking it's cheap. Really, it's cheap. If you go to Temple University, uh, New York State University, California State University. I think 2,500 US dollar to 5,000 US dollar per semester fee in different universities. It varies from university to university. And you have other expenses also. So the total expenses, the cost of total expenses is not less than, for me, is 200,000 real. Okay, because I was working in a Saudi university, afford, but other students cannot afford without a scholarship. So this is what I'm saying. Thank you very much. Please, that's why I want to reduce your tension, because you're spending a lot of money. Even if you're getting a scholarship, I saw some students, they finish their scholarship within 3 years. Fourth year, the university will not give you. And then the students were in trouble. Some went back, they sold their houses and came back and completed their PhD. And Pakistan is a country where 4,000 PhD doctors are unemployed, even though the Pakistani universities have a serious shortage of PhD doctors. So this is the situation. It's a tough time. Very less people they come for this. That's why when I see my views, up till now, as I started uploading the videos, up till now the views are not reached about 400. It's three. Today I was taking 334 views for the total videos. I know, because PhD, for example, if I'm going to share a video for grade 9 students, because a huge population in the world for grade 9 students. So I will get, in one video, I will get views and likes, maybe a million, but not for a PhD study. If I'm doing it, it's very hard, very tough. very less information you will have, because this information is paid in the universities. You, after many years, you learn these things which in a one video can solve your problem. Do not forget to write your questions. I am ready to answer you. Okay, and then in next video I will continue for PhD refreshment. It's not finished. Many things, many questions I have received, and I would like to discuss, inshallah. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. Okay, and good wishes for all of you. Do not please forget to subscribe this channel. Thank you very much.